They just said that it seems like for the last little while, you've been shooting.
And you just...
This is when a woman cannot handle her own battle.
What I want you to consider, potentially, is that I'm just treating you like everybody else, but when you're in a position of privilege...
Shut up!
But when you're in a position of privilege, getting
requested.
treated like everybody else feels like mistreatment.
I don't have the words to articulate it. It just doesn't seem like...
Can I say this to you, Mark? I think
my God!
I'm talking to Mark. You can do that to me. You see what
I'm in the middle of talking.
What I do to you is worse than what he's doing.
I'll put this shit out.
So I think be mindful yelling. Them two, be mindful yelling at me.
Yeah, the COE. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I was about to say.
She fucked up out here from the other thing we know. So yeah, we could do this. It's gonna go crazy. I can make something up. Yeah, let's go.
And I'll just take the L. I've done that with you.
What?
You know, where I've had exchanges with you off camera that I could have had on camera, but I didn't, and vice versa. Because I'm like, let the show play out the way it plays out.
Did I do something to you?
Uh-oh.
No, what are you talking
Let's
about?
add a 1v1.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Hold
I'm
up,
saying
but
like
don't talk
there
over
are
her.
conversations where I could say like, yo, blah, 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 and then like, what?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
We want to know
Why do women get hurt on podcasts all the time?
if Mel has done something to you. Because
No,
your
this isn't a negative thing.
But your last few pods.
I'm saying there are conversations where we've had exchanges that we could have had on camera that would be more interesting, but sometimes the audience will be like, are they beefing? Is there a thing? And it's like, no. And we could say that on camera, or you could let it play out for COE. That's what I'm saying.
But there's a beef.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I mean, all that shit you said is cool, but Mel,
Why would there be a beef?
But Mel is feeling away, and you didn't address it.
Oh, are you feeling away?
You
You
feel like
gaslit
you've been
her.
shooting a little, like
Kind of
what's up?
heavy.
If they're saying that,
And I am.
Me too.
then it's a thing.
Well, tell me what the thing is.
Okay, if Melyssa can't actually articulate the thing, why are you letting Joe Button and the rest of the crew instigate the situation?
We asking you.
Honestly.
We asking you what she did. What
No,
happened?
let him talk.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, because I didn't know this is where this was going. If there's a thing,
Me neither.
tell me.
But we here.
I don't know.
I don't know what the thing is.
Mel, you just said to me, did I do something to you?
I can't back you up.
What?
Right, exactly.
to back you up.
Well,
She always does
this
that.
is.
She
Don't
leaves
leave me
you
on
out
an
there.
island.
She
I'm
always
not
does that.
leaving you on a fucking island.
He's the thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out.
No,
what
but
the
you're
thing
asking
is.
him what the thing is. Like
What's
you're not
the thing?
familiar with what we talking about.
I don't know what I'm confused. You asked me a question. You said, "Did I do something to you?" That's usually something somebody says because I'm doing something to make you that prompts you to ask it. I'm asking, what is that thing?
Okay.
Handle this better than I did. Go.
And they just said that it seems like for the last little while you've been shooting,
And you just.
Okay, I'm sorry to pause this, y'all. This is when a woman cannot handle her own battle. You're trying to make Joe Button and the rest of the crew go at Marc instead of you stating what's wrong with Marc that you have an issue with. Y'all know that are y'all watching this to where she won't address Marc, but she's trying to have Joe Button and the other crew address him. Melyssa, you lame for that one.
and
I'm asking, do you feel that
started
way?
this
I'm
by
asking what you
saying-
think.
and I'm just like, yeah,
Why did
Okay,
you
there
ask?
you
All
go.
right, let's talk. Why
Okay,
did
that's
you
not how
ask
that
him?
conversation-
Did he do
I don't wanna
because
something?
I feel that way.
There we go.
Okay, so I'll give you
Sorry,
an
I
answer.
thought it was obvious.
It wasn't, because you asked that before they said anything, and so I didn't want to assume that what you thought and what they thought are the same thing. I wanted you to speak for yourself so I can make sure that you weren't just
Muffins in his bag? No muffins in the bag?
Mel, you trying to cook Marc's muffin?
This is a bad day to ask.
Are you mad because
In
you
the bag, you know what I mean?
What?
you got him?
my muffins?
No, not you.
Oh, I was gonna say.
But here's the thing. I think it's unfair. Like,
So
have a muffin.
you think I've been shooting at you? Let me ask you a question. Do you think I shoot at you more than I shoot at Amani?
No,
Do you think I shoot at you more than I shoot at Flip?
I'm not making a
I'm asking. These are just questions.
no.
Okay, so what I want you to consider potentially is that I'm just treating you like everybody else, but when you're in a position of privilege.
Shut up!
But when you're in a position of
something
privilege,
she
getting
requested.
treated like everybody else feels like mistreatment.
Now,
That's what I might say, because I don't make any more jokes about you than I make. Than I make. I
When you fall, boy, it's over.
Yo, if you fall, don't break the table.
didn't.
Or if he fall, he is dead.
Don't you break that table.
can I ask her a question for you?
Please.
Come on.
Hey Mel,
I'm worried about that chair.
in terms of the shooting, do you think he's shooting at you more than he shot at you than he used to shoot at you before? Not in comparison to nobody else. Do you think your shots have increased from him?
you still get muffins from the in the morning.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like it's. I don't really have the words to articulate it. It just doesn't seem like.
Can I say this to you, Marc? I think
my God!
I'm gonna talk to Marc. You can do that to me. Look, you see what
I'm in the middle of talking.
What I do to you is worse than what he's doing.
I'll put this shit out.
So I think be mindful yelling. Them two, be mindful yelling at me.
Joe, it just turns out I don't feel like editing.
Marc, let me say this to you.
It's too hot.
It's too hot for this shit they doing today.
When somebody has a rapport with somebody,
Yeah.
and they go through a lot up here, they would have the expectations of you to be a little bit more gentle because they're already going through it up here.
Am I
as
not?
a friend. You shoot a little bit.
Okay,
I shoot at everybody.
We got to hit the group chat for this now.
No, you shoot. No,
Marc literally shoots at everybody. I mean, he's a great debater. I mean, he's not gonna pull punches for anybody. She just can't handle certain conversations because they probably hit a little bit. What I noticed with women on podcasts, when the shoe fit, they really wear it because they can't have a lot of conversations because they've experienced so many of the situations that a lot of these guys talk about. And then they get butthurt with their emotions.
You apply more pressure. I gotta be honest. You do apply pressure. You have been applying
more than
pressure.
I did earlier, but maybe it's because I hear more things that I disagree with.
Okay, got you.
Maybe I see more contradictions.
That's it.
Maybe I get more frustrated. I mean, if you really want to have this conversation, when I started this exchange and I said, like I've done with you, I wasn't shooting at you just now. I was actually not even talking about anything negative. I was just saying sometimes you let COE play out where we'll make a joke and I'll make a joke and we'll let people make assumptions and I don't correct it on the record. I don't want to give you the example right now, but I can give it to you off camera, but my point was it wasn't anything negative. If anything was positive for you, and I'll tell you what it was off camera. That's why I don't know where this exchange came from. But I have heard people say that I come at you more. Sometimes I ask questions.
You know Marc loves you. Don't do that, man.
And I make fun of Joe all the time. I don't make fun. The person I make fun of the least is probably Ice and Parks, but they also shoot the least.
I understand.
So to me, because I'm usually returning fire.
I'm putting this out on a new tier.
I'm fine with that. That's why I'm saying whatever I say, I'm comfortable being out because I don't even know what we talking about right now.
It just didn't seem to me. It didn't seem like it was friendly fire. It seemed like it was a little below the belt,
Like
little
what?
bit. That's just what it. That's just.
Like what? Give me an example.
I can't at this point.
Okay.
Like I can't.
When
right
it comes
now,
to you, let me know.
Yeah.
On camera or off. I don't think I've ever.
However this started.
I do start with you a lot. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's Amani talking for those that don't know. And that's cool. So if Amani said that, I'd understand. But again, it's playful, and I always check with him like, yo, are you good? Like, was that homeless joke too far? I know how you live it. You know what I mean? Whereas, yo, I can't help it. But I will do that to you.
All I would add to this is, I don't know if women should need examples for you to respect how they feel.
What does that even mean?
That boy good, yo.
That's a reasonable point.
That boy good.
That's an entirely reasonable point. So, Mel, would you like me? Here's what I'll do for the sake, because this is also shocking to me because you could call me and tell me this. I saw you yesterday for an hour and a half.
I know you did. We were working.
If you come up on these platforms, expect to be challenged. I mean, you're on a podcast.
We're working now. What are you talking about? You said we weren't at Red Lobster. Like, what are we talking about? We were working yesterday, we were working today. You could have said it not in front of 8 million people. But
yeah, that's true, man.
But if it's an actual issue, I didn't know there was an actual issue.
Okay, but you could refer to the text message that I sent you a week ago, which we haven't addressed, and it's literally lines up with what I'm saying right now. But
yeah, and I offered to, which again, it's not secret. I don't want people to think it's some secret message.
It's not a secret message.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like, Marc and Melyssa have secret messages.
It's not.
The message was about. Do you mind if I say it?
It was about this.
Okay.
It was basically about this. It was about this.
It was about the exchange we all had on Patreon about you and how in your relationship to how you're perceived by other people, and you thought like what I said didn't help how you were perceived.
Okay.
So then that puts me in a position where when we're having these conversations, I can either say nothing, agree with you, or disagree with you. Those are my three options, right? I can say nothing, agree with you, or disagree with you. I don't agree with you. So now my options are to disagree with you. I mean, I'm sorry, my argument is to agree with you dishonestly or to be quiet. If we're going to have a conversation, an honest conversation, and the rules are either agree with me or be quiet, that puts me in an unfair. I didn't say you said that, but those are the options. I didn't agree with you. If we're not going to talk about it, that's fine. But if we're going to talk about it, I have to be able to have space to say, yo, I don't agree with you.
Yes.
The same way I do with everybody else.
It is what it is. Don't be ashamed of your past, Melyssa. I'm not sure exactly what the topic was about, but don't be ashamed because you already did the things that you did in your life and somebody don't agree with it. You on these major platforms, y'all debating. don't expect for somebody to pull the punch if you're talking about something, because like he said, he can only be quiet, agree with you, which he would be lying, or stand true to what he feels and believes and disagree with you. Come on.
That's just my position.
I need Ian to black out the numbers on the new team.
Whatever. Carry on.
I mean,
I dismiss it.
Carry on.
It is dismissive, and I didn't bring this up.
I can't.
You can't what?
Because this is just I don't want this to turn into like a me and you thing. Like I really don't. Like
late.
I just
Then
don't.
why?
I don't.
You text them.
I don't. This got out of hand is what happened. This is
All
just
right.
it got carried away and out of hand, and this is not
That's
about
true.
us. This was about a subject that we were talking
Me
about,
and
best
Ice
friends
was
and that sort of
provoking
thing.
shit. I provoked shit a
So,
lot.
I was
yeah.
just joking
I'm sorry.
over
I
here.
apologize. I was just kidding. I
And
didn't
there
think it was
is,
I didn't
and
know
there
it was
is,
gonna go
there
here.
is,
I didn't think it was
you know,
nothing.
there
I'm
is a
sorry.
lot of provocation in the name of joking done up here. And then also, I have not really kind of like created or asserted any boundaries anymore. So a lot of times, boundaries will be pressed in the name of a joke. Because and then
Do I do that? Have I pressed a boundary?
No, I'm speaking generally to the room up here.
No, but
You know
I'm
what
speaking
saying?
about us because that's what this exchange is about. Have I pressed the boundary for you? Have I ever crossed the boundary with you up here?
No.
What are we
No.
doing?
Because
No.
one could hear what you just said and see it as a distraction of what we're actually talking about. Because if I haven't done that, then I don't see how that's relevant. But
I'm literally just talking about it, like in general. I'm just talking
Okay.
about me being up here for like the last. I don't want to turn this into. I don't want to turn this into shit about me. I don't. This was a conversation that we were having about shit on the board. It was a provoking, a provocative, interesting topic that I think that we should continue with.
Yeah,
and we
let's
can
get to
carry
it.
this on in Patreon later.
I'm
but
good.
I would
I
rather.
don't want to. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it alone.
There we go, Mark.
I'm sorry.
Joe something else,
See
bro.
what be someone started, yo.
Hey,
Joe
Ian.
something else.
Get new tier.
Hey, Ian. Get the blackout, buddy. Hey, I think we might be out of here with
Sharpies, permanent ink.
That's insensitive, guys.
Yo, this thing.
All right, stop it up.
Yo, Joe a fool. I'm gonna end it right there, y'all. Melyssa Ford, if you are in a debating situation, why would you expect for somebody to pull punches from saying that they want to say, especially a Marc Lamont Hill? Have you seen all the networks and platforms that he has been on? This man literally debates politics. I mean, come on now. If you debating politics, you have to be straight and true on what you're speaking on. You can't pull punches with anybody, politicians, other debaters. I mean, it's a cutthroat dog eat dog situation when you're dealing in debates. So I feel like a lot of women get on these platforms and sometimes they end up getting butthurt. I'm gonna post a clip from a segment of my podcast that I had to take down because it got too heated. And I do feel like women lose their cool. They're usually the first ones to probably leave, get out of character. Unless you're just a submissive, if you're a very feminine woman, you're probably not even gonna say much. But for the ones who can get loud, it's uncontrollable. Men, we already understand that our words can get loud and we're going to go back and forth and we probably going to, show a little bit of masculinity. But the women out there, they don't understand that if you cannot handle the heat, do not get into the kitchen. But also, you probably need to be in the kitchen at the same time. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all check out the Joe Budden Network. Make sure y'all dive into the full context of the video if y'all can find it or whatnot. Make sure y'all like this video. This is JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all. Peace.